more modern times, in the 1700s, the two gospel hypothesis was popularized by German scholar Johann Jakob Griesbach. This hypothesis would once again place Matthew to be the first gospel written, but it makes Mark out to be a conflation of both Matthew and Luke. Griesbach also believed that Luke was influenced by the Gospel of Matthew, and thus properly organized, Matthew stands as the first gospel, followed by Luke, and succeeding both, we have Mark, who took influence from both of his predecessors. But one major problem with both the Augustinian hypothesis and the two gospel hypothesis is their conclusions of Mark. In both cases, due to Mark's shorter and more concise gospel, Mark has to be considered an abbreviated version of one of the two or an abbreviated version of both. And considering Mark to be an abbreviated version is troublesome to say the least. Through the abbreviation of Mark, one must conclude that Mark disregarded the birth and infancy of Jesus, seeing it as insignificant for his gospel narrative. Moreover, Mark also must have omitted the resurrection of Jesus that we find in both Matthew and Luke, as Mark's gospel ends with the woman fleeing from the empty tomb. And this is even more troubling as Mark repeatedly records Jesus predicting his resurrection, so why not include the narrative if it is recorded in the sources he uses? But to be fair and present the case as to why Mark might not have included Jesus'